back on Poke Nation. It's Coastal Coach. Come from the coast. How was the coast? How was Santa Clara?
It was good.
Now, wait a minute. Before we get into this, I turn on the TV to watch the game.
Oh, here we go again.
And there you are.
It's because I had tickets behind the bench. But we had a bunch of donors that went out to that game, and so that's why I went. And it was good. I think that we're going to have a really, really good team. We have really good pieces. Obviously, it's going to take us a while to figure out
a
rotation.
Good first half.
And they're really good. It's interesting. They have a guy that they brought in from the G League.
Yeah.
And a guy that was a long-term, multi-year pro in Europe. And they were really good.
Yeah, I'm like, Gazzolo and Heath Schroyer, this is Poke Nation. I got to ask you this. Yeah. As a coach, as a college coach, we're bringing guys in from the G League. That is, unless I'm mistaken, that's a professional league.
Absolutely. And
so is the NBA next?
It's ridiculous. I mean, I don't, I'm going to be careful what I say here, but
because you're on 105 committees.
I just don't, and look, kudos to, I talked to the administrative staff at Santa Clara. They worked on it for months, hired a lawyer, et cetera, et cetera. But I just think it takes away from the game. When you got a guy that's been playing professional basketball for 2 years and another one that's been playing professional basketball for 4 years.
Yeah.
But never enrolled in college, but we're going to get them to come to college. I just think it's we got to get some guardrails.
Well, first of all, they're coming in now. They're going to play 18, 19-year-old kids. They're coming in at 23, 24.
100%.
And 2-3 years of professional experience.
Exactly right. And understand this: when you have a professional experience, all you do is basketball.
Yeah.
It's not like you go to school, you have this. You play basketball.
And they're protecting you. They're investing in you.
No question.
They're nutritioning you the right ways.
It's crazy. It's a different time. It's a different world, and
a different time.
It's like I told Coach Armstrong. I said, I guess we got to go through the G League rosters and see. It's nuts.
But I guess, and not to beat the dead horse here, but it takes everything away from the college experience.
Yeah.
You are now just a secondary developmental league.
Yeah, it's kind of disheartening a little bit. You go there and you play against, obviously they're very, very good. It's the only team to beat us here.
Oh, they're a good team.
In the last 2 years, they're very, very good, very, very well coached. But you walk out there and it's like, okay, well, you're playing against two guys that are literally professional basketball players, and so it's a little disheartening.
It would be the equivalent of taking a kid 22 years old that's played in the minor leagues for 3-4 years and taking them to play baseball.
100%. Yeah, that's the other thing. Okay, these high school kids that went right into the draft and they're in AA or whatever. Are you going to see that now?
Well,
they're going to come back
to. It's been set.
It's nuts. And what happens? This is what people don't realize. There's only so many scholarships, right? So, who's really getting hurt is the 18, 19-year-old kid coming out of high school. Or the kid in junior college is looking for, those kids just get lost now because there is a finite amount of opportunities to play. And, so it's a different world.
So now you're going to have to go out, get a professional scout to scout the G League.
It's nuts.
And send somebody. I'll go to Europe.
Yeah,
I'm sure you would. For you.
If you had to go, where would you go?
If I had to go to Europe?
Yeah, what's your, do you try?
Either Italy or Spain for basketball. Isn't Spain the best?
Well, I'm saying if you had to go to hey, this is a country I want to go see, would it be Italy or Spain?
Well, I'd go to Italy because that's my homeland.
Yeah, okay, got it.
I'm not
just curious.
I got no place else to go. But I would go. But I just think that'd be a fantastic job now that it's open.
I know.
But you got that game. You get the women at Alabama.
Yep.
Same kind of thing. Good first half.
Yeah.
And then. Obviously, you're not going to get a lot of calls at Alabama.
No. Look, it's a 5-point game going into the fourth quarter. I think our women are going to be really, really good as well. And I think we had a good weekend. Look, football went on the road, got a huge win. Really, really excited about the trajectory of where our football program is headed, and I thought that was a really, really big game for us. And now we come home for our last home game, and and hopefully we can, get a great crowd and
get a good crowd.
and
they're going to bring people.
Oh, there's no doubt.
They're bringing media. They're bringing the most media that's going to be in that building.
No question. They are. I'll tell you what. Rio Grande Valley is going to be a force to be reckoned with in the future. There's no doubt about it.
And they're adding to their stadium, right?
They are, and they just. I mean, their enrollment is going through the roof. Obviously, the Texas money is there. So they're going to be a force. They're really. I mean, I'm really impressed with what they're doing.
Yeah, they're an interesting squad because not only that, but they've been together for 2 years.
That's right.
So they've actually been together more than a lot of other teams.
Correct. They're just training and getting better. Yeah.
So it's an interesting game because of that. They have a experienced quarterback, but they're very young at other positions.
They are.
I want to see if they're not tapped into in the offseason.
Yeah. We'll see.
Because
we're gonna. What do they say? We're fixing to find out.
Yeah, well, I mean, you got some guys putting up some real numbers.
No doubt.
And they're redshirt freshmen, redshirt sophomores.
Yeah, that's right.
With already 2 years' experience into a program. That's pretty interesting. When we come back, we're going to talk football, especially the running game.
How about that?
Where'd that come from? After on Poke Nation.
What makes having a local lawyer important is it's all about relationships. When judges know the lawyer and the lawyer has established credibility over time with the court, they know enough to trust what you're telling them. Lake Charles must be a wonderful place because now lawyers all over the state claim that Lake Charles is their hometown. I thought you could only have one hometown, and I know this is ours.
Well, it's game day at the Legacy Center, and the McNeese Cowboys are warmed up and ready to play. Cowboys have a new player this year, number 22, Katie Ferdinandson. This girl loves basketball and McNeese so much she can't wait to get out on the floor. And we're off. Shoemate tips the brewer, and there goes Katie.
Ferdinandson Financial Group supports the McNeese Cowboys.
Craving a quick fix? Evans has you covered. Bring the kids in and cool off from the summer heat with their favorite ice cream. Fuel up with protein snacks and energy drinks that will power you through the day. Locally stocked and family owned with fresh food prepared daily. Evans has everything you need. Evans Corner Store. Come visit us on Ryan Street.
The Cowboys are going to do some really big things. Really big.
McNeese athletes bring big energy, big plays, and big spirit to every game. That's why Lakeside is proud to be such a huge fan. We're a hometown team, too, in the business of backing big dreams across our community every day. And we always bank on big wins with McNeese Sports. Go big with Lakeside and McNeese.
Join Don's Wash Club and score big on clean rides all season. Unlock discounts on washes, interior cleanings, oil changes, and more. Whether you're tailgating or heading home after the game, keep your ride looking like a pro. Not ready to commit? No worries. Scan the QR code on screen to see what we're all about. Enjoy your ride with Don's on McNeese, Ryan, and Nelson.
Welcome back to Poke Nation. We have senior running back Coleby Hamm. Welcome to Poke Nation, my man.
Sir, it was great to be here. Thank you for having me.
For sure. Okay, so let's kind of get.
You know about football, right?
I don't know why you would ask if I don't know. Yes, of course I know football.
Basketball guy.
No, I'm an athletic director. I'm not a basketball guy or a football guy. But anyway, so Coleby, let's talk about this. Talk about the win. You obviously, had an unbelievable game on Saturday. What did it feel like to win a game on the road, this year? And winning Saturday.
It's huge. It's big for our momentum, especially getting 2 in a row. Not only that, but being a road game, our first road win, it's huge. It does a lot for our confidence as a whole team. It's really big for us. We're looking to finish really strong and keep this momentum going the rest of the season.
Well, I used to say as a coach, there was nothing better than being on the bus after a road win.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Absolutely.
I'm just telling you,
that was a long bus ride.
But I'm telling you, though, it's a lot shorter when you win, right?
Yeah, for sure, most definitely. It's 5-hour bus ride. After a win is way better than after a loss. So it makes it a lot more worth it.
Well, what happens on the bus? You guys watch movies? Do you sleep at that point?
A lot of movies. Like I'd say the first hour is a lot of excitement. and then it settles down. Movies. A lot of guys are laying on the floor, sleeping for sure. But yeah, that's usually what it is.
So talk about your preparation up to Saturday. What was it that you thought was the difference, if you will, on how well we played? Saturday. Was there something different, or what do you think was the reason we played so well?
I just believe that Coach V's really getting our minds right. He's been talking to us a lot about our confidence. Seeing it and just going to go get it. I feel like that was a really, really big emphasis for us this week. We really wanted to establish the run game. That way we could open up the throwing game. So I feel like we did a good balance of both of those things in the game. And, our defense played a phenomenal game. Philip Bradford, he's a true game changer. We had, Brandon Jones had an interception. Vaughn had an interception. We had a lot of confidence going into this game. And I feel like that was a big, big part of our win.
Awesome.
When you get a Philip Bradford touchdown, I guess that would be called a thick pick six.
Right, a thick six.
But when you get one of those, what does that do to the team? Because it excites everybody to see the big guy score.
100%. Especially the drive prior. We were at like the 5, and we got backed up, and we left with no points. For defense to go out there and go get a pick six, that's like, it was a huge momentum, game changer for us as offense, as a whole team. It made us, really brought our confidence back even more so.
Well, your numbers were impressive. A career best 127 yards, 19 carries. But I want to talk about the fourth quarter. You had 2 touchdowns in the game, but the fourth quarter you run 9 times for 88 yards.
Yes, sir.
The last drive, I think you ran 64, 65 yards on that drive to put the game away.
Yes, sir.
Did you think you wore him down, and how did you feel at that point in time? Because you seemed to get better.
Oh, for sure. Me personally, I feel like as the game goes on, I get better. And I feel like that drive was, going into that drive, the mentality was, let's go put this game away, like I said, with our O-line in front of us, they make it easy. They do their job, so the least I could do is find the hole and go get it. So, I feel like that was a drive that was super, super important for the game for us to, kind of break their will, so to speak.
Now, for you, it's been kind of a rough 3 years at times with injuries and that, but you came from Air Force.
Yes, sir.
What's kind of the journey been for you to get to this point as you got your final home game?
Man, looking back, it's been long. Rough, but God has a plan, and I've kept my faith strong throughout the entire journey, and I've went from not getting any opportunities at all to being in the position I am now. I'm so grateful, and to be at this point in my career where be playing my last home game here is it's a blessing. I look back on, I'm very, very grateful for everything.
What did you learn from the Air Force? Because that's a different world.
Man,
now. That's a real commitment.
Yes, sir, absolutely. I feel like the biggest thing I've learned is time management. That's huge, probably the biggest thing. My discipline, I've definitely carried that from the academy for sure. Time management, just everything, I've realized how much time I have in the day now to get so much stuff done. And, I really take that, to the classroom, to the field. I really do what I got to do when the day comes.
No revelry at 4:30?
Yeah, I don't have to stand at attention anymore and stuff like that. Yeah, yes, sir. Yes,
so what's been the adjustment, or how has Lake Charles treated you?
Oh, phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. It's small, close-knit town. It's, I've, grew up in Houston, so it's real, I don't want to say culture shock, but it's a lot more like a family, here. So that's been phenomenal for me. I've really, really enjoyed it, for sure.
He's going to get mad at me, but what's your favorite restaurant?
Ooh.
He's
food, right?
He's looking for a free meal,
No, I went to Shucks last night. I love Shucks. I had the flounder, and then I also love the Shucks stacker.
Do you like the oysters?
I've never had oysters.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Oh, you
never had oysters. I'm gonna try them though.
You gotta try them. And
Absolutely.
do them raw too. if you're gonna do them, do them.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Got to.
You're becoming Mr. Menu now, aren't you?
It's just interesting, when people move here, especially student athletes, they find, like we all do, we find our place that we like,
for sure.
And it's just interesting to see what people like and all that. That's really cool.
Yes, sir.
I think
Absolutely.
it's interesting to find college athletes no longer just going to the local drive-thrus, going to real restaurants.
True.
That's right.
In my day, we just found the closest
Yeah, a lot of people hit the Wendy's.
Yeah,
the Wendy's.
That's about it.
Or did a loaf of Wonder Bread and peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah.
People still do that too, you know.
I do that all the time. So I can't say that. I'm still doing that. When we come back with Coleby Hamm, we're going to talk about the next couple games and his future after this.
What makes having a local lawyer important is it's all about relationships. When judges know the lawyer and the lawyer has established credibility over time with the court, they know enough to trust what you're telling them. Lake Charles must be a wonderful place because now lawyers all over the state claim that Lake Charles is their hometown. I thought you could only have one hometown, and I know this is ours.
Well, it's game day at the Legacy Center, and the McNeese Cowboys are warmed up and ready to play. Cowboys have a new player this year, number 22, Coleby Hamm. This girl loves basketball and McNeese so much she can't wait to get out on the floor. And we're off. Shoemate tips the Brewer, and there goes Katie.
Ferdinand Financial Group supports the McNeese Cowboys.
Craving a quick fix? Evans has you covered. Bring the kids in and cool off from the summer heat with their favorite ice cream. Fuel up with protein snacks and energy drinks that will power you through the day. Locally stocked and family owned with fresh food prepared daily. Evans has everything you need. Evans Corner Store. Come visit us on Ryan Street.
The Cowboys are going to do some really big things. Really big.
McNeese athletes bring big energy, big plays, and big spirit to every game. That's why Lakeside is proud to be such a huge fan. We're a hometown team too, in the business of backing big dreams across our community every day. And we always bank on big wins with McNeese Sports. Go big with Lakeside and McNeese.
Join Don's Wash Club and score big on clean rides all season. Unlock discounts on washes, interior cleanings, oil changes, and more. Whether you're tailgating or heading home after the game, keep your ride looking like a pro. Not ready to commit? No worries. Scan the QR code on screen to see what we're all about. Enjoy your ride with Don's on McNeese, Ryan, and Nelson.
We're back with Coleby Hamm coming off his best game of his career, 127 yards on 19 carries. This offense has found its running game. 300 yards a couple of times, now 3 times. The quarterback's gone crazy.
Absolutely.
He got player of the week again this week.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
That'll be announced in, well, it just got announced actually, as we're here. But it seems like you guys have found kind of the physicality and kind of found a rhythm that it took a while to get.
Yeah.
What's the feel like now?
Oh, it's just, you know, doing what we know we can do. You know, we've done it before, so why not do it again? You know, I feel like we've, you know, really found our confidence these past few games, and it's really awesome to see.
So, okay, Cole, we talked a little bit off air, but you're getting a master's degree.
Yes, sir.
Right? You've already got your undergrad done.
Yes, sir.
Talk about your master's degree and what do you want to do after football?
Man, thought about it a lot. You know, I'm getting my master's in health and wellness promotion in kinesiology. I would love to, you know, be a physical trainer. You know, a workout, you know, strength and conditioning coach. I would love to do that. Or even coach. I would love to coach. I know you don't need a health and wellness degree to be a coach, but I would love to do that. I would love to just stay close to the game as much as I can. You know, that's definitely what I would love to do after trying to make it to the next level.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes,
For
sir.
sure.
After you mentioned that, but what's that new nutrition center for you as a health and wellness guy?
It's really cool. I've been talking a lot to the dietetics program. You know, Miss Dr. Moore and, you know, the assistants. They've been really great to us. You know, I always, you know, try and talk to them as much as I can, kind of pick their brains. So they've been really great to us, and I appreciate them.
So a couple of years ago, you had to go through a no-win season.
Right. So
That was tough. What's kind of been the journey taught you, and where do you think this program is now?
Oh, you know, especially like being here throughout those, you know, those rainy days. You know, especially some of the guys are still here from, you know, that season. You know, it's just a testimony that, you know, we still believe in this program. We still believe in what we can be and what, you know, we're trying to get to. I believe we're trending in the right direction. I believe that McNeese is going to be back real soon. Stay with us. We'll be all right.
Well, I mean, let's talk about this because you've been here where you saw a new locker room,
right? Yes, sir.
A new weight room, right? Like, I mean, you were lifting in a tent, a new press box, right? So talk about, like, kind of piggyback on what Jim's talked about. You have been here 3 years and seen the growth.
Yes, sir.
Even the investment, if you will, in the program. What is that like as a player?
As a player, it's great to see that the community and everyone still believes in us and they want us to be great, and it's just more motivation for us to be great for them. We see how much the community pours into us, and the least we could do is give them our all as well. So that's it's huge for us. It really lets us know that we have people supporting us and want to see us do great. So
when you think about what this week will be, your last week with a home game, and you got 2 games left, you can do that, and then you can ruin Lamar's season.
Yes, sir.
As a rival. A couple weeks ago, I asked you how you wanted to finish. You guys said you wanted to finish strong.
Absolutely.
But more importantly, how do you think you'll be in that when you went out there for the last time?
Oh, man, it's hard to say right now, but as of right now, I feel like I'm just going to try and take every moment in. Give it my absolute all. Just not do anything different per se, but just really take a deep breath and kind of take everything in. Look at the stands a little bit more and see just take everything in as much as I possibly can. Definitely just give it my all. Like I said, it's the last time on in Cowboy Stadium, so got to give it my all.
Now you're from Houston.
Yes, sir.
What's the reputation of McNeese in Houston? Because we get a lot of kids from that area now, and it seems like it was down for a while right after the hurricanes. Has it bounced back, and are people starting to look here more?
Absolutely, I believe so for sure. We have a lot of coaches recruiting the Houston area, so they, especially my area. I know Coach Reese recruits in my area a lot. It's great. We've always had a tradition of winning and being a championship program. Just not the last few years, but with Coach V coming back, we have a lot of momentum. Especially with these last few games, and we can do whatever we want to do these next few years. So it's going in the right direction for sure.
It's funny when you talk about soaking it all in. It's been a long time. 30 years.
Right.
But I still remember the last time that I tied my shoes, right, as an athlete.
Right.
The last time the buzzer sounds, right? It's, and when I wish you could, I've always said, I wish you could tell guys, because they come in as freshmen, you just say, hey, man,
got next year.
Next year. And then all of a sudden it's like, well, that's it.
Right.
You kind of talked a little bit about it, but what has that been like now going into the last couple weeks of your career?
It's insane, like you were saying. I remember my last high school home game, and I was crying in the center field, with me and my friends, and like you were saying, the 0-11 season. I was like, it's all right, we got next year. And then last year, I'm like, it's all right, we got next year. Now I'm here. It's like time is flying. It's insane. It's really, really insane. And like I said, I try and look back and just be grateful, and try and look around me. Especially these past few weeks, that was my last overnight away game. I was just trying to take everything in. I was just, we were on the water. I was looking out the water, just being grateful.
Well, I will tell you this: you have been an unbelievable example for this program, this department, this university. I personally want to thank you for all that you've given.
Thank you.
And we all wish you nothing but the best. You're a class act, and you're going to be extremely successful. I just want to thank you because there's, in this day and age, you could have left, and you didn't, and you stayed, and you've made this program and this department better by doing that, and
Absolutely.
I really appreciate it.
Not a regret in the world. Let's do it.
That's awesome.
Cowboy, poke for life. Let's do it.
And Kobe's last game will be this Saturday night in Navarre Stadium, 6 o'clock start against who I call pleasantly the Alphabet. University of Texas Rio Grande Valley, or UTRGV, who is having an amazing first season.
They are.
For anybody at 7-3. So enjoy your last game.
Yes, sir.
When we come back with the coach's final thoughts after this.
What makes having a local lawyer important is it's all about relationships. When judges know the lawyer and the lawyer has established credibility over time with the court, they know enough to trust what you're telling them. Lake Charles must be a wonderful place because now lawyers all over the state claim that Lake Charles is their hometown. I thought you could only have one hometown, and I know this is ours.
Interesting kid, and comes from Air Force, stayed for 3 years in some really hard times.
You know, it's interesting when you're around a young man like that you know is getting a master's degree, and you know,
doesn't waste the extra year.
Correct, and he's just he's a phenomenal young man. He's going to have a great life. And it's just neat, you know. That reminds you. You know, we talked about in the first segment about, you know, G League players and all that, but you know, you still have examples like that, which that's why we do what we do, and it's you know, it's really really refreshing to talk to someone like that.
Okay, so you got a busy weekend this weekend.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I know you're going to tape your pokes this, pokes that, pokes this thing, or whatever you do here in a minute, but what I got is you've got a game on Monday night, which will already be done when we get this. You got Lafayette coming in here on Friday night. Huge game. Extra security?
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's a huge game. Obviously, it's a rival. It's
two new coaches.
It's you know a Sun Belt team, in-state rival. I mean, it's
all
of
the
it.
last 2 years.
You know, so it's a huge game for us, and you know, so we hopefully we can get out here and really fill this arena with blue and gold, and then after that you can walk across and go to the block party, and then we got a huge football game.
Huge football game.
It's a huge
6
week.
o'clock. But I want to ask you about this, and you have special tickets for $5.
We do $5 GA tickets on Friday night. So there is no reason why this place shouldn't be absolutely packed.
No, it's
hanging off the rafters.
Those are they've got a new team with a new coach. It's an interesting thing they're putting together. So it should be a good weekend.
Be great.
I think the interesting thing is that, and then the women play at Tarleton on Sunday.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So it's a busy week for you with all the
really
going
busy.
up to Tarleton.
I'm planning on it. Yes, and it's really busy. You know, here's the thing.
Travel man.
Well, here's the thing. Like, it's just people really don't like. This is the busiest time of year in an athletic department because the overlap of the fall and the winter.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, you have still finishing up volleyball, soccer, football, and then obviously you're starting the basketballs. It's really, really busy.
So, and then I guess who is the concert?
Oh my gosh, I just drawn a blank. From Cameron Paris, I can't remember.
Oh,
I just drew a blank.
Wow, we're gonna have to get that information. There's a guy over there, Aaron.
Yeah.
Also, I guess we have to go, and Dr. Roos got the job at LSU.
For sure. I'm so excited for him too.
You're not leaving yet.
No, no. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. You know, and to be completely transparent, and I was on Pokecast with you Wednesday, and I said this, is that I'm really, really happy for him. He's going to do a phenomenal job. We worked together for 6 years, literally, I mean, every day. And he's always said he came back to the state to make the greatest impact in higher education. Him going to LSU aligns with that philosophy and what he wants to do. You know, look, I have sat in this for 14 months. I mean, I've had 3 other job offers being ADs at FBS schools for the last 14 months, and I've turned them all down because this place is really, really special to me. This community has been great to me and my son. So it would take something very, very special for me to leave here. Not saying that will never happen, but right here, I'm where my feet are, and it's like I told our staff, we got a lot to do. It's a really, really busy time of year for us, and I'm excited about the trajectory we're on, and we got a lot of work to do.
So a very busy weekend. So you're actually, but it's at least here for most part. You're
Yes.
not going to be in Santa Clara and all over the place.
Yeah, that travels.
And we're not going to see you on TV then.
No.
You're not doing any halftime interviews.
No.
Any special appearances.
No.
Because I was watching something the other night, and all of a sudden you popped up when you were hugging Will Wade after the Clemson game. So you're always on my TV.
Okay.
That's so bad.
I don't know. Maybe that's a you problem. I'm
That
not sure.
might be. Next week we'll talk about the UL game, the upcoming trips for the women's and men's teams to islands. I'm sure you'll make some of those on Poke Nation.